Hello everybody, I'm Thomas and welcome back to another solo playthrough. This time I'm back with some more KeyForge fighting the Keyraken. Doing something a little bit different though, I'm going to be trying out the Alliance mode. For those of you who don't know, Alliance mode was all the talk for the week or two ago whenever it was announced. And for good reason, because Ghost Galaxy Game, the company that now owns KeyForge, announced this new mode called Alliance mode, where you can take pods, basically the different houses from a deck, and combine them with different pods to create your own deck. This caused a lot of discussion because rightfully so, KeyForge is a game where you just get a deck and you play that deck. There's no deck building. That's one thing that really drew me towards KeyForge, is that there's no deck building, there's no deck construction. You just get a deck, you play it. It's good, it's bad, who knows? It's for you to find out, and that's part of the discovery. And I think that's a really cool thing about KeyForge. So I know there's other like formats available where you can do some deck construction. I think there's a cube and some other stuff, but this is the first official format we have, and I was definitely skeptical. And once they revised the rules a bit more, I was less skeptical, but I was still not sure if it would be something for me. I just like playing a deck, getting a deck, playing it. But I figured I still want to give it a shot, so I figured trying it against the Keyraken would be the way to go. So I'm gonna go real quick over the deck I'll be playing today. So the deck I'm playing today is a combination of 3 Dark Tiding decks. The first one is Zabinia from the Undercity of the Crucible. I've taken the Unfathomable house from. Then I have the Assembly Rep of Millpoint's Evil Twin, which I have taken Sanctum from. And then I have the Sire of Solatus, which I have taken Saurian from to form Alliance of the Zabinia and yeah, it has Sanctum, Saurian, and Unfathomable. Seems like a pretty good deck. It's got a couple of fun cards, like it does have a Barrister Joya in the Sanctum, which is really good for the Keyraken. It's got this Medicus Lacus in the Saurian, which is a fun card. There's a couple other cool Saurian cards and just some other fun stuff in general, so I think it should be a good time. Let's see how it goes. Get my starting hand here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so what did I get? Ooh, Barrister Joya right off the bat. It's maybe good and bad because it's great to have her, but then if I have them down, like, I don't know if I have a way to protect them, and that's kind of worrisome. So I actually don't know if that's great. But I'll probably keep this hand because I don't want to get rid of them, for sure. So yeah, I will keep this hand and we'll be on our way. So yeah, I guess I'll start out by going Sanctum, playing Barrister Joya, along with the Sanctum Guardian right next to them, and just ending my turn. I will not raise the tide yet, but that's something I'll definitely have to think about at some point. So I got a Sanctum card and another Unfathomable card. Trying to sort my hand here. Okay, so now for the Keyraken's turn. They get 2 cards. Their first one is a Tenacious Arm, and the next one is a Grappling Tentacle. So if the tide is low, this would capture 6. I don't have any amber though, so it doesn't really do anything for them. The Keyraken is going to go and reap, gaining them 1 amber, and for that is it for their turn. So pretty simple for them. Back to me. I kind of want to almost go Unfathomable and just Wrath of Ruin those cards back to their hand. That could be kind of fun. Or I could destroy one of them. That's gonna like reap and steal for me. Yeah, so maybe I'll go Unfathomable. I'll play this artifact, gaining me an amber. Then I will play, because this is going to attack the most powerful non-flying creatures. So if I play this here, then they're going to fight each other. Okay, that's not terrible. And then I can play Wrath of Ruin to destroy a flying creature. I will destroy the Tenacious Arm, and that will do 3 damage to the Keyraken, bringing them down to 27 health. Besides that, I think that is all I'm going to do on my turn. So ready those back up and draw back up to 6 here. Okay, I got a bunch of Saurian stuff. Cool. So back to the Keyraken's turn. They're drawing their 2 cards. First is Preternatural Will. So since the tide is low, they're going to heal up 6 damage. So they'll just heal up that damage they just took, which is fun. And then they got Primordial. Okay, at least it's not the Titanic Maw. So the creatures are going to be used. So this is going to fight the the Guardian here. The Guardian will take 5 damage because they have armor. And then they're going to take out the Grappling Tentacle. And this is going to deal 3 damage to the Keyraken, so they're back to 27 health. And the Keyraken is also going to reap, and then because of Primordial, it will archive a card, and that is it for them. Okay, so I'll definitely go Saurian this turn. I'm just trying to figure out the order of what I want to do stuff in. This is going to be pretty good, because I can go Or do I want to keep Barrister Joya on the end? I kind of do, unless they have the Titanic Maul. So I'll keep them on the end for now until they like Titanic Maul or something. So I'll play Magister, what is this? Magistra Vita there, and I may exalt a non-Saurian creature, so I'll exalt the Volcaneth, and then they can reap, gain me an Amber. Okay, now I'll play another one right there, and I will exalt, I guess, Barrister Joya. And then I can reap with them and gain me another Amber. I can play Faust the Great, exalt a friendly creature. I'll just exalt one of the Vita ones there, and now their keys cost +3 more, which is pretty nice. And then I do have City State Interest, but I almost kind of want to save it until they have more cards. Because I think that's the best play, because right now I would only get 2 Amber out of it, but if I just wait like a turn or two, they're going to have a lot more. So I'm already increasing their key costs also, so I don't really have to worry about raising the tide. So yeah, I think I'll just be chilling at the end of this turn. I'll ready up all my stuff, draw 3 more cards, and what do I get? 2 Unfathomable and a Sanctum card, and then it's back to their turn. They have 1 in the archives, and they'll be drawing 2. So they got Defend the Keyraken, where they get warded, basically. I'll just place it on their health counter so I remember. Then what else? Emergence, so I have to destroy, they get an Amber first. Destroy 1 of my artifacts and exhaust 3 of my creatures. Guess I'll go with probably just Saurian stuff since I'm not going to go them again, at least right off the bat. Then finally, a Crushing Arm enters play, so then the Keyraken will go and reap for 1 because of Primordial, archive a card, and that's it for their turn. Back to me. Okay, so I think I'll go Sanctum and basically just play them there, so this is kind of like the end. So they basically get +2 power, which is pretty cool. And then I'll play Taxing Journey, gaining me an Amber. And then a friendly creature captures 1. Each of its neighbor that shares a house also captures 1. So I'll go with these 3 Saurian creatures here. So they capture 1, and then each neighbor captures 1. Pretty cool stuff. I have both of these over here. Yeah, I don't know what I want to do because this is going to attack the most powerful flank creature, which right now is this guy. So I could just have the Sanctum Knight attack, so when they attack, they kill each other. That's a possibility, and I think I'll do that. So I'll use them to take, or at least to deal 6 damage to this arm, not fully taking it out. The Sanctum Guardian will go down. I'll just reap with Barrister Joya, putting me at 5 Amber, and that will be it for my turn. I'll ready up all my guys, kind of move my line around. This guy's kind of just at the end chilling. And then, yeah, I have no chains still, surprisingly. Normally I have chains whenever I play this. So I got a couple more Unfathomable and a Saurian card. So back to the Keyraken. They do not have enough to forge, so I got to draw their archive +2 cards. First, they get a Crushing Arm. Next, they get a Whirlpool Eddy, which also gives them an Amber. And finally, with this card, yeah, they just heal 6 damage. So they're back up to 30 health. The Keyraken will use its ability to reap and archive a card. Then each of its creatures are going to go. The Crushing Arm will attack the most powerful... Oh, it attacks the least powerful flank creature? Oh no, I misread that. Well, if that's the case, I wouldn't have put Barrister Joya. I would have put this guy then over here. I'm gonna revert that because I misread that. I thought it said most powerful, the least powerful flank creature, because that still works out. I mean, this guy is gonna die, but then it still takes this guy out in the process. And the Crushing Arm will deal 3 damage to the Keyraken, which they have a ward, so I don't think that actually does any damage. And that's it. So Whirlpool Eddy readies and their Crushing Arm readies up. Okay, I'm gonna go Unfathomable. I realized earlier, I think I reaped with them and I didn't, the tide was still low, so I shouldn't have been able to. That's my bad, I just realized that. Because I'm gonna go Unfathomable. I'm gonna play Portal to gain an Amber and raise the tide. Then I'll play Frigorific Rod, Artifact, to gain an Amber and get that down. I'll play this Kiri over here, so they're on the flank now. And then I will play Storm Surge, so at the end of their turn they cannot ready, which is pretty fun. Then I'm now going to reap with them because the tide is high and I can actually use them for real this time. I gain an amber and then I can exhaust an enemy creature. So I'll exhaust them. And I think that is it for my turn. Surprisingly, I still have no chains. And I have enough to forge next turn. So sitting in a pretty decent position. So 3, 4, 5, 6, right? And I saw I have Medicus Lacus, which is really good. So I could and I have double city state interest. Like I could start stealing all their amber. Because right now, even with the tide being high, it's going to cost them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 extra. It's pretty nice. So back to their turn, they're drawing this card from their archive along with the 2 others. So they have Swift Current, giving them 2 amber. Which would be nice when I steal it next turn. Titanic Maw. I don't know I forget how this interacts when there's 2 upgrades. I assume Titanic Maw will just overwrite Primordial, and Primordial just kind of like keep there but underneath it, and if Titanic Maw ever goes away, that'll come back. I don't really know how that interaction works, but I don't like Titanic Maw, so I'd prefer not to have it, but unfortunately that's just the case we're in. So it also got a shield arm. So then the Keyraken will go, and it's got the Titanic Maw, so it's now going to fight the most powerful creature, which is either the Vulcanith or the Staunch Knight. I'll go with the Staunch Knight, deal 3 damage to it, so it takes 1 damage because of its armor. Faust the Great, unfortunately, will be taking 3 damage, but they're still alive, so it's all good. Whirlpool Eddy will go. I have to stun and exhaust one of my creatures. I guess I'll just stun and exhaust Faust the Great since they're already taking damage, so that's it then. And then my Storm Surge happens, so they can't ready up any of their stuff. It's back to me. I can spend my 2, 4, and 6 to forge my first key. And yeah, that's awesome. We're on our way. I can start doing stuff with Saurian now. This is gonna get pretty interesting as long as they don't wipe out my board. I'll play this artifact there. Then I'll finally play Medicus Lacus. So now I can spend amber on friendly creatures as if it were in my pool. And right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the board. And I'm about to play this little card called City State Interest. Each friendly creature captures 1 amber. So I'll go 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. Make sure I got 1 on every creature just to maximize the key cost for them. And I'll just put it on some of the mid creatures like that one. Maybe that one. Sure, Barrister Joyo, why not? I'm not really too picky. And I have another one of those cards, so if they gain a lot of amber, I can just take it right back. What else? So I still have just these 2. And I can reap and exalt a friendly creature, and if I do, I can reap again. These 2 are really good. What the heck? Okay. So I'll reap with both, because why not? I'll gain 2 amber. I can exalt 2 non-Saurian creatures, and then basically reap with both of them. That seems really busted, because I'm back at 6 amber on the board, plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I have 14 amber on the board that I can now spend with Medicus Lacus. This is a really good situation to be in. I really hope they don't have any crazy plays, because I'm sitting all right. But, okay. Well, Medicus Lacus is probably... Okay, no, they don't have enemies attacking, so I'm actually safe. I was going to say, they're going to die by the Crushing Arm, because it's going to attack. But I just need to make sure I play another creature on the flank so they don't get attacked. But besides that, yeah, I'm done with my turn, and I'm sitting in what I think to be a really, really good position. We'll see how this pans out and see what the Keyraken will do. They only draw 2 cards this time, thankfully. They get Devour Whole, so they are going to attack the least. So this is an action. The Keyraken gains Skirmish, Prey. Does this? I think this overrides Titanic Maw. I don't know if both of those happen. I don't know how any of this works with like overriding what the Keyraken's ability is. Because this already has a skirmish ability, but this is giving it a new one. So the least powerful. Oh, but that still has the fight, so it doesn't matter. So it's going to fight the least powerful, but it'll still deal 3 damage to the neighboring creatures. That's annoying. So Devour Whole is fighting the least powerful creature. Uh-oh. So that's going to take out them, but they're elusive, so no damage is done. Does that count for the splash damage? I might be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think elusive reads no damage is dealt by either creature. So if they attack them and they have elusive, nothing is dealt damage, I think, because that's how I read it. So I'll leave Titanic Maw out because it's going to do that again whenever it goes its turn. And then, Grappling Tentacles, it's taking 3 of my Amber. That's okay. Not really, but whatever. And then they have to do the Devour Hole again. So it's going to attack the least powerful creature. This time I think it's going to attack them. And it will take them out, because it's actually going to do the damage. And I believe it's also going to do the splash damage to Barrister. Well, Medicus and Barrister. Barrister is going to take only 2 damage because they have some armor. And they will also get, unfortunately, 2 Amber back from taking that out. But that's okay. And what else? I think that's it for the Keyraken. So they ready all their stuff back up. The tide is high, and it is my turn. So I'm going to use Medicus Lacus to spend some Amber. I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Just spending all of what I have on the board to forge another key. Second key down. I just realized I also didn't draw cards at the end of my turn. Whoops, I was too excited. So looks like I have a lot of good Sanctum cards here. And another one of these Taxing Journeys. I forgot I have 2 of these and 2 City-State Interests. Lots of capture in this deck, which is pretty cool. So I just need to figure out what I want to do here. And I think I need to take out, like I said, I need to place something next to the Medicus. Okay, I'm gonna actually move these stuff around. I'll move those over there. Scoot these down there, moving everything around in the process. I'm gonna scoot these in the middle and this up there. Because I'm gonna go Sanctum. I'm gonna play, Hold Fast there. I'm gonna play Bulwark there. And then the Sargassa, the evil twin over there. And what else did I want to do? So I have Taxing Journey that I probably will do, yeah. I'll play that gains me an Amber. Choose a creature, they capture 1, and each of their neighbors captures 1. So I'll just capture 2. And what else? I have 2 Sanctum creatures to use, so I could just Reap for 2. I could also just start attacking the Keyraken a bit more, but I don't know. I guess I'll Reap with Barrister, because I don't want them taking damage. And then I will attack with Staunch Knight. They only have 3 armor, so I'll deal 3 damage because they have 6 power. Bringing the Keyraken down to 27. Staunch Knight will take 1 damage in return because they have 2 armor. And besides that, that is going to be it for my turn. As long as they don't take out Medicus Lacus, I can forge my last key. Hopefully just start wailing on the Keyraken. I'm at 2 cards, so 3, 4, 5, 6. Back to the Keyraken, drawing 2 cards for them. They got Race to the Surface. They gain an Amber for each time they've advanced. They do stuff, but they haven't advanced at all. And Swift Current, that's an artifact. They're gaining 2 Amber. So then the Keyraken is going to go. It's going to fight the most powerful creature and do the whole splash thing. At this point, everything's kind of tied up for most powerful, so I could do 6, have it attack here with 3 damage splash. We'll only do 2 to Bulwark, which is pretty nice. And then the artifacts are going to go off, so Keyraken's creature with the highest power captures 1 Amber from me. And that would be them. They're capturing 1. And then Whirlpool Eddy is going to stun and exhaust one of my creatures. I'll stun and exhaust probably just one of my Sanctum guys, Barrister Joy, I guess. Whatever. Then Crushing Arm is going to attack the least powerful flank creature. Both my flank creatures are at 6. So I'll go with, I guess, them down here. And they will in turn deal 6 damage to the Crushing Arm. And die in the process, but whatever. They took some damage down with them. So the Shield Arm doesn't have a prey, so it's just going to Reap and gain some Amber. And then that is going to attack the most powerful non-flank creature, which would be a 6 thing again. So I guess it could attack Holdfast here, and they would basically both take each other out. So they gain an Amber, I gain 3 Amber. Seems like a pretty fair trade, and both go down because they don't have skirmish. Yeah, so I think that's it for, I guess Bulwark can pop up there. That is it for their turn, so I'll ready up all their stuff. They have some amber, but that doesn't matter too much. Because I have 1, 2, well, I guess I should spend what's on. Well, this is help reducing the key cost. So yeah, I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 to forge my last key. All right, we're on our way. We got all the keys forged, so now I just need to go ham on this Keyraken. So I'll play City State Interest, so I'll just, each friendly creature captures an amber, so I'll just put one on Medicus. Anybody that doesn't have one, Faust, I guess I'll just start doubling up on some at this point. It doesn't really matter too much. And I'll play, what was the other card here? Reach Advantage just for its Amber Pip. Then I will play Lapisaurus over there. And then what else? I can unstun Faust the Great. I can attack, boom, and boom. They're each going to take 3 damage in return, but that's going to be 10 damage dealt to the Keyraken, so they're down to 17. Gotta go over here for that. And then who else do I have? I guess I could just reap with them, because I could attack, but I don't, or I guess I don't really need to reap anymore, because I have all the amber I really need, so I can just, yeah, I'll just attack with them, because I don't need the amber anymore, so they can die. I don't want them to, but they'll put the Keyraken down to 12 health, which is within striking range. I think I should be able to maybe get them next turn. Okay, let me adjust my board here a little bit. And yeah, that's it for my turn. So I'm just going to ready up all my guys. And what else? Draw my cards back up. I still don't have any chains. I think this is the first time I've fought like the Keyraken and not gotten chains, which is good. You know, I'm not complaining. I'm more just surprised, if anything. So they're sitting at 12 health. They're going to draw their 2 cards. They got Behold Its Grandeur. The Keyraken gains 1 amber for each creature you control that shares a house with one of its neighbors up to 4. 1, 2, yeah, they're going to get all 4 amber from that. That's okay. They normally do, but you know, it's just how it goes. It's a good card for them. And then Whirlpool Eddy, they gain an amber. The Keyraken's going to go and fight the most powerful creature, which I guess at this point would be any 6 power, so the Staunch Knight probably. And they have skirmish, right? Okay, I'll have it attack the Staunch Knight. The Staunch Knight will just take 1 damage, but also the Faust the Great will be taken out and their key cost will not be adjusted anymore, but I think that shouldn't matter too much. So then I gotta use all their artifacts. So I gotta stun exhaust one of my creatures. I'll go with whoever has the lowest power. I guess this guy. I don't think I'm gonna go Saurian next turn. Well, let me see how much. I actually would have lethal with Saurian, and I don't think I do with Sanctum, so I'll actually stun and exhaust them. And then they need their highest powered creature is going to basically capture 2 amber from me. The Crushing Arm is going to attack the least powerful flank creature, which unfortunately is my Lapisaurus. So the Lapisaurus will take them out, but they'll die in the process. Yeah, it's because they only have 6, but I can at least get my amber back. And this going down will also deal 3 damage to the Keyraken, which should help, bringing them down to 9. Okay. And then this is just going to reap, gain some amber for them. They're going to ready up all their stuff, and it's back to me to finish this, which I think I can pretty... Oh, no, I can't. Can I? I can, right? With Saurian, because I just go Saurian. They don't have any armor, and I attack with Magistra and Magistra, and that's 10. That's 10 power. They're both going to die in the process. They'll gain the amber back, but it doesn't matter because they only had 9 health, and that's all I needed to kill them. So these 2 will go down. Boom, boom, but it was worth it because the Keyraken is dead. That's a win. This deck worked out pretty well. It has some really fun cards, especially with all the capturing, as you can see with Medicus Lacus, the Magistra Vita. There's also another card that we didn't even see pop up, probably at the bottom. It's the second last card, Sensor Philo. This card cannot be dealt damage by creatures with amber on them, so that's pretty cool. But so I can like move armor around to enemies and they just can't damage them or whatever. So that card's cool, didn't come up. But yeah, I had a lot of fun taking down the Keyraken again. Hopefully I didn't make any rules mistakes. I know I kind of messed up a little bit with this card and maybe using it once when I wasn't supposed to, but besides that, hopefully I got everything else good. But had a lot of fun. The Alliance mode, definitely interesting. I still don't know quite how I feel about it. I'll probably personally still stick to Sealed and Archon whenever I'm playing, but it's a cool mode to have for those who want it, and it's fun to just mess with, especially in a case like this where I just want to figure out a fun deck to try to take down the Keyraken, and I guess it was pretty successful. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, a like would be greatly appreciated, and if you want to see one of my recent videos, click up there in the top right corner of the screen.